Right guys, this is while the glue dries. Let's get right into it. First up, the product that's really stood out to me this week comes from Peter Sefton. Now Peter is a furniture maker, he's got his own furniture school, he owns Woodworkers Workshop. Well, he very kindly sent me some downloaded versions of his new DVDs that he's got out. There's 5 DVDs in total. The first one talks about timber selection, so it actually goes to a timber merchant, shows you what to look out for, what to avoid, what could be desirable in a board, everything like that. Then the next one is about preparing your timber, so getting it all nice and square and flat, ready to start your projects. The third one is about grinding chisels and planes. Now you could have some damaged chisels or perhaps a new chisel or plane that's not very well ground. Well, it goes over all the tools and the techniques to get them ground correctly. The following one is about how to sharpen those chisels and planes. You've got them ground nicely, now you want to get a nice sharp edge on them. Again, it goes over the different techniques and how to do it correctly. Then finally, he talks about all the different hand planes that are available, how to set them up correctly and what jobs each one's best for, and also shows some great techniques for how to use the planes correctly as well. So as you can imagine, with over 35 years of experience, this information is invaluable and I can highly recommend you all check them out. The links are in the description. You can get them in a bundle or individually for which ones best suit you. It's well worth checking them out. Now let's get into some sales. First up, we've got wicks. Now this one isn't going to be very popular for everybody, I understand that, but they've actually got 3 for $4 on decking boards. It's coming to the summer, we're starting to get some better weather. I know it's England after all, we only get probably a couple of days of summer at the most, but what you're going to do, I'm sure there's a lot of you who's going to be planning some garden projects. Of course, if you're going to be making a deck, 3 for $4 on decking boards, you've got a right bargain there. But decking boards are really good timber, they're good for making planters and other outdoor projects, so keep that in mind, you could have a good deal there. This next one, I've got to say massive thank you to Keith for pointing this one out to me. I'd never heard of them before. It's toolnet.co.uk. And they've got some great prices. They seem to be very competitive compared to other online retailers. They've got a section on their website called Price Drop. There's a link down in the description to that so you can check it out. They've got a wide variety of products on there and there's some big price cuts as well, so it's well worth checking them out. Next up, we've got its.co.uk. They've got a section on the website known as Power Cuts. Now Power Cuts are like their promotion, their sales section. There's a link down below for you to check it out. They've got some great deals going on. One that stood out to me was they've got £50 off a hammer drill and an impact driver from Makita along with 2 batteries, them 18 volt. Now that's a really good deal for Makita, £50 off, it's well worth checking out, I'm sure you'll agree. Then finally, it's not really a sale but I think you'd be interested in knowing about it. Lidl here in the UK often have woodworking and DIY tools. Well, starting Thursday, which is while I'm recording this, of course this is going out Friday, they're going to be doing some more woodworking and DIY tools. They've got some workwear clothing, they've got some hand tools, they've also got an LED work light which is really useful for you. But finally they've also got a reciprocating saw. Now this reciprocating saw is only £30. I'm not sure on the quality, I've never used it myself, but for £30 I'm sure you can't go wrong with that one. It's a brilliant buy. Now let's look at some contests. First up, we've got Draper. If you go to their site and sign up for their emails, you can enter competitions each month. This month there's £250 worth of gardening tools available to be won, and there's also a 3-piece plier set. I've been looking through some past prizes and it really varies a lot. There's some great things that you can win, and once you've signed up it's just a case of logging in and then clicking enter on the competition you want to do. It's that simple, so it's well worth checking out. That's Draper, links in the description. Now the next 2 contests are both from Milwaukee. The first one is to win a reciprocating saw, or a Sawzall as some people call it, and that's from Milwaukee. Obviously it's on their site, links in the description. It's just a case of signing up for their email newsletter, nice and easy, sign up, you're entered into the competition. Now they've also got a competition to win a MANCAVE. Now this is a brilliant prize. What you've got to do, it seems as if it's more tailored towards the people in the trade, but I'm definitely going to enter. You never know at the end of the day. All you have to do is fill in your details and send them a photo of your workplace, and then give a description of why you think you deserve a man cave, somewhere for you to come back from work to relax to. So nice and simple, straightforward. Take a picture of your workplace, give them a good explanation for why you need a place to just relax, why you deserve this man cave, and who knows, they could be rocking up and setting you up in your garden. Now let's have a look at some events. One that I mentioned last week, not to forget, we've got Toolfair that's happening in Exeter, and that's happening on the 27th and the 28th of April. So this is like the next week coming up really, just a reminder. So bear in mind that that's on the way. Looking a bit further into the future as well, we're looking in July now. The UK and Ireland Wood Turning Symposium is coming up, and that's happening in Coventry. Now, I went last year and it was a brilliant event. This is the second year I'm going to be running it, and fingers crossed I'll be there again this year. That's going to be held over a weekend. It's on the 15th and 16th of July. So keep that in mind, links in the description. It's a great event. Now, not too long after, on the 22nd of July, is Peter Sefton's open day. Now, Peter Sefton is who I mentioned right at the beginning, who's got the furniture school and he's got the new DVDs out. Well, he holds an annual open day each year where you can actually go in, see what his furniture school's like, see what other students have produced. It just looks a brilliant day. I've never ever gone to his open day. If things fall right this year, I would love to attend that as well. It would be great to meet Peter in person and to just see what's on offer. Now, let's have a look at some other makers in the community. First up, I'm going to recommend you all check out Woodbrew. Now, Woodbrew is a YouTube channel. As always, links in the description. They do brilliant stuff, but this week they actually made a bed, and it was the headboard that really stood out for me. They made it kind of an oversized pegboard. Really nice effect to look at. But then also, by putting in dowels, you can change where you have shelves. You could have bedside tables, have like picture frames over the top. There's plenty you can do with it, and it's just very visually appealing as well as being very useful with those like a pegboard effect. So that's well worth checking out. Like I say, the links are in the description. Now, somebody brand new that I've come across, I actually first saw her work on Twitter, and it's Beth Freeman. Now, she's a freelance artist. She also does streams live on Twitch of her artwork, and she's a really talented artist. But what actually caught my eye was she'd taken a guitar body and used the Dremel to carve like all lightning design and everything in it, and also added the Razer logo. Razer makes like PC peripherals and laptops and stuff like that, but it turned out brilliant. She filled it with like a glow in the dark resin, and then the photos speak for themselves. I'm sure you'll agree, she does amazing work. All her links are down below as well for you to check out. Now let's talk a little bit about what I've been up to and what I've got coming up in the future. This last Wednesday, I uploaded my Evolution Rage 5S table saw review. Seems to be going down well, people are finding it very helpful, so if you're in the market for a table saw, that's one to check out for sure. Looking forward, hopefully this coming Wednesday, I'm going to be making a Godfather movie poster. Now, I'm going to be using the same technique I did when we made the Harley Davidson sign. I'm hoping it'll turn out okay. I haven't even started yet, so fingers crossed I can get it done for Wednesday, but be on the lookout for that one. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank my Patreon supporters. I really do appreciate all the support you show me and my channel. We've actually got some new people on board this week as well, so a massive thank you to Alex and Robert. Thank you so much for your pledges, guys. I really do appreciate it. I can't begin to thank you enough. So that's it then, guys. I hope you found this video informative and I hope you found it useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. Don't forget to leave a comment down below if you know any deals, anything like that. Contact me on all the links that's been scrolling along the bottom on here. I love to hear from you, and I really appreciate everybody's input to the show. It really helps me out a lot. If you found it useful, please share it with your friends. Maybe they'll find it useful as well. Hopefully they can bag some deals and some bargains and enter some competitions. That's what this is all about at the end of the day. And please subscribe, click the subscribe button, and don't forget, click the bell icon so you can get a notification as soon as I upload next Friday's video. So that's it then, guys. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next Friday. Before I go, I'll leave you with this. If two mind readers read each other's minds, would they just be reading their own mind?